So if in case Dalai Lama institution is supposed to remain, and the next 15 Dalai Lama, decided by Chinese, then Tibetan, I do not believe that.
Exactly. They'll not accept the Chinese choice.
And we don't want to do anything which will harm any other country.
In the context of Chinese behavior recently in the South China Sea, the East China Sea, and a variety of other things they're doing, I don't think this was an accident. I don't think it was a local commander. I think this was deliberate. I think they wanted to see what would happen.
I think the most important thing is that when you talk with China, you have to talk from a position of strength. Otherwise, it's not worth talking to China.
Our negotiating team are not like sort of monotonous, monochromic like the Taliban negotiating
team. But many of them have
comes...
been appointed by the presidential palace.
No, it's not just this. They're representing the government of Afghanistan.
Yes.
They're also representing different political entities, political constituencies. That's the richness. That's Afghanistan. That's how Afghanistan needs to be.
What the deal did, what the nuclear deal did, was to make it possible for us to actually act on our interests, on our common interests, and to transform the relationship. Because this actually removed a huge millstone which had soured the relationship for several years. I mean, after the US, after the 1974 Pokhran test, when the US stopped supplying fuel for Tarapur, and both sides then accused each other of not keeping their word and so on. And the relationship had been embittered. So we needed something to show that we could work together even in difficult, sensitive areas.
We believe that India now is in a position to stand on dharma, on truth. The truth of the fact that the Sino-India border is a myth. The reality is Bharat-Tibet Seema. So once we come to recognize the border as such, then I think India will find a long-lasting solution to the problems that are being faced, and also make way for the Tibetans to be able to return back to their country under the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
The tide has turned now. China has become the evil empire. There's a consensus in America on the left and the right that China is a threat. China has robbed America blind, and now it is trying to defeat America. It regards America as the enemy, and it's building up militarily. So Joe Biden may actually be more firm than Trump was.
We call for collaboration with Indian institution.
The voice of a very large and powerful country like India matters a great deal.
Our concern about unilateral action is that all that does is escalate the risk of further aggression and further problems. But we certainly admire the patience and the attempts to de-escalate by India.
Present condition of the forces aligned and assigned to Ladakh is more than adequate, and therefore something that India need not worry about if the balloon goes up.